migrate those to our controller so that it all goes out our bandwidth and that kind of stuff. And then we supplement that for like the high capacity deployments, like the large density deployments in the event center and in other spaces where, you know, they're not really set up for that.
And how does the Network Academy get pulled into this?
Yep.
For those students that are here.
Yep. So it's a ton of cables to run, it's a ton of switches to deploy, and it's a ton of access points to set up. That's done through several vendors that we have that we work with on a regular basis that, you know, either help us at events and stuff. So we have a cabling vendor, we have labor that goes out and deploys switches, and then we pull in the Network Academy students because it's a really good opportunity for them to get hands-on. We let them get a little bit hands-on the configuration, but they're really excited to take switches out, plug them up into uplinks and radio back when they go online, that kind of stuff. So we use a lot of the students to do that.
So high density deployments, what is that?
So high density deployments is where we have a ton of people in one spot. So just really involves a lot of radio channel manipulation so that we can maximize the number of people that get good quality wireless in a condensed area. And then, you know, they all get a really good experience. Like if you go to the ballpark, generally cell signals don't work, forget about wireless. So here we know everybody's coming, it's a technology show, so we maximize that. It's putting the APs closer together than they normally would be and really paying attention to the channel assignments so that we can really get a higher density of folks in a smaller area.
And you use special antennas as well for that to get that high density experience?
Yeah, so most of what you'll find is directional antennas. So whether it's in the hallways up above here, we use directional antennas such that we know exactly the area that they're covering. And the omni-channels are really good, like in a house or in an office floor where you can just kind of blast the coverage and there's 6 access points. You can arrange them so that they're not overlapping. In this kind of environment where there's so many access points, we use directional antennas to really control the specific area that you're covering so that we can put more access points in to distribute the load.
So if you look up at the ceiling, you'll see something going down to like a whatever the square footage is, but a small square footage, and then there's another one next to that.
Yeah, and they're referred to as patch antennas, but they're directional antennas. Yeah.
So right, this is the second year that you guys have largely been in this venue, right? We were here last year. So what would you say is the most challenging piece of the network setup or design?
I think it's really just the pure scale of it, right? I mean, we only get the space like about a couple weeks ago. We terminated circuits. And we start running the circuits in, right? So we have dual 100 gig circuits that go out to 2 different co-locations as the main outbound connections, and then there's a number of other circuits as well for different purposes and redundancy. But we bring those in like weeks in advance. We burn those in, and then we start coming in and deploying in IDFs, right? So we start coming into the MDFs, the IDFs, bringing our switches in. Because really just the challenge is the scale. There's somewhere around 1,000 switches all said and done out there, and that supports every bit of the conference.
Think about it, a network the size of 28,000 users. I think we support up to like 30,000-ish, something like that. It's just the sheer, it's basically just the sheer magnitude of that. It's a huge network. And you have what, 4 days of moving in, or seven days, something like that. So
yeah, they put gear in this from the floor here. I think it was Tuesday, maybe Monday.
Yeah,
I can't remember. We can get the NOT guys to answer that, but
I remember
if you think about it, it's
picture,
been like 5 days. It's a big network to build for 5 days. Now it's in our lab year round, and it's staged, and we bring Cisco services, advanced services, technical services in. So there's a lot of folks involved, and it's just the sheer scale of it.
It's just, to me, for me it was the first time I was in your regular meeting that you're probably used to it, and I don't know if you appreciate how special it is. Like when I sat in that meeting before you go, before the team just start deploying into it, it was just amazing experience. It's like watching a military operation. You know, like this is how we're gonna invade Vegas kind of thing. You know, it was just an amazing experience to sit there and see like how everyone, like the truck, the location, the deliveries, everything is like scheduled and set to like the pinpointing.
Yeah, we had 4 full semi trucks, so 53-foot trailers, not just single floor, but stacked up high with crates. 4 trucks full of just networking equipment.
This is it on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
This is, I don't know if you know, but like this is like the Cisco Live network coming down the truck on like Tuesday, and then they're like taking it down, putting it here.
Yeah, so it was
Testing.
four full trucks full of networking gear, one truck full of nothing but Spark boards, so the Cisco Spark boards. There's about 65 of them deployed throughout the venue.
How many?
About 65 Spark boards. Yeah.
Imagine what several thousand access points look like when they're stacked one on top of the other inside a crate, and there's crate after crate after crate. I've got some pictures that it's just mind blowing, right? The scale of it. One of the things that on a personal note really hit me last year was I was in a keynote. There was a room with 15,000 people during this keynote, and I did a 30-second video clip, and I decided to put it on social media. And it uploaded in 2 seconds, 3 seconds. I was like, what? And it really made it, right? I mean, it just blew me away that I can be in a room with that many people and the connectivity was that good.
And like you said, the cell signal in that room was none. There's no cell connectivity in there, but the Wi-Fi was all there.
Yeah, it doesn't come easy. The team works hard on that. Like we partner with CenturyLink, they're a great partner of ours, and we have, like I said, dual 100 gig links. There's no other conference that has that, right? In addition to a bunch of stuff, they're to 2 different data centers. The data centers are cross-connected with another 100 gig link, so we've built out a pretty robust network.
Security.
Yeah.
And protecting this network, building everything. It's not like we have people that don't know what they're doing coming here. We have people that definitely know their stuff. So, and they know our stuff.
This is all of our like threat wall, so when the network's live and fully loaded and you come back here, these will be really interesting screens because we're looking at real time, data on clients in the network, the amount of bandwidth coming and going, but then also like from a security lens, we're looking at all the threats coming and going, etc.
Any questions? No? Moving on.
I noticed that
Here-
looks like FlexPod stacks, not BCE.
I don't know.
It's NetApp, so
is
it's
it?
FlexPod.
Yeah, it's for sure NetApp is one of our partners, yeah.
They actually have a screen here like that.
Yeah.
So they present their NetApp.
Yeah, so
activity.
these are 4 of the partners that we work with, quite a bit on the dock. They're heavily invested in us and our event, and vice versa. So
I think I went to 4 different sessions at NetApp Insight last year that were Cisco employees. And
Yep.
someone from FlexPod, Craig Shopper from the UCS team. It's definitely a whole lot. And that's how I got started at UCS, was using UCS with our NetApp users. So
yep.
that's how I got this.
Okay. On this side, you will have